Hello and good day. Welcome to the Super Good Camping Podcast. My name is Pamela.
I'm Tim.
And we are from supergoodcamping.com. We're here because we're on a mission to inspire other people to get outside and enjoy camping adventures such as we have as a family. Today's guest is a canoe tripper, hiker, loves to fish, and does some occasional woodworking. He's a certified ORCKA instructor and guides trips for the Organic Boat Shop. We also assume he has a job to pay for these expensive pastimes, but maybe that is it. Please welcome from Thunderbox Diaries, Bill Wilkie. Yay!
Hi guys.
Welcome,
Merry
Bill.
Christmas.
Hey, thanks. Same to you, and Happy New Year.
Ho, ho, ho. I'm not calling you a ho. I'm just saying.
You're just jolly.
Yeah, that's it.
That's your usual jolly
I'm
stuff.
certainly working on a Santa shape. So.
It's your dad bod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like it?
Sure.
Oh, good. All right, cool. You can stay. How the heck are you, man? Haven't talked to you.
Great. Very good. Very good. It's kind of that slow season right now. Not much going on. Weather's kind of crappy. Can't go out hiking. Paddling's done for the year. So, yeah, just kind of muddling through till the Hamilton Outdoor Show. Looking forward to that next month.
We're a month away. Just
yeah,
we're a couple of days away.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. I don't know what your work schedule is like, but if it allows, I assume you're going to be hanging with Greg at the boat shop.
That's the plan right now. I'm going to be there for at least the Saturday, and then maybe the Sunday as well.
Cool. Well, looking forward to seeing you there, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Real life in person. Because what social media folks, a lot of times we know each other because we've just been back and forth on Instagram, messaging and whatnot. You and I have actually met in person a number of times, mostly at shows. But we did manage to do a Spanish River, Temagami trip this year.
That's right. It was supposed to be a Spanish River trip, but unfortunately, Via Rail had different ideas for us.
Different ideas, yes.
Yeah.
That was pretty wild. It's like 7:00 or 7:30, literally the night before, and Greg's like, I got an email. They're pulling the baggage car. We can't go. Oh, that's cool.
I thought he was pulling my chain, but not so much.
So did I.
Yeah. For listeners, that's the car that all the canoes need to be loaded on in order to transport them to the Spanish River.
Yes, therefore we could not go on the Spanish River, and we did everything we could to try to make that trip happen. We were talking to all our social contacts, everybody, messaging people on Instagram, WhatsApp. Is there a way to get on to the Spanish River without the bud car? And the answer from everybody was no. So we put our heads together and came up with a plan B that I think worked out pretty good, actually.
I think it worked out just fine. Yep.
Yeah, so they ended up in Temagami.
We did. I think it was actually the second choice you guys were trying to work out for Temagami, but I don't care. It was awesome.
Yeah, so we ended up on the lower section of the Temagami River. We went in at, I believe it was Red Cedar Lake, it was called, and then paddled into the lower section of the Temagami River, and it was shockingly amazing. It wasn't even on my radar until that trip, and now I'm probably going to be heading back there next fall to do the entire length of the river.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, be hard to go wrong. The two biggest things that I think worked in our favor was the weather was just stunning. I mean, it was like 20, 21 degrees or 23 degrees through the day, and didn't get ridiculously cold at nights. And, we had a bit of rain on the last 45 minutes coming out.
Yeah, the very end of our trip, it started raining, and we were just getting off the waters and started coming down. So it worked out perfectly.
Yep, and a amazing group of guys. Like that was awesome. There's like no dicks in the bunch. It was fantastic.
No, it was good.
Yeah, we ate well. We did all the things well.
So the Spanish River Take 2 is potentially coming up this year.
June.
In 6.
That's right. So yeah, June 15th or somewhere around there, I believe it is. June 12th.
12th, I think. Yeah, I think I had 11th, but Greg wanted to move it a day.
Yeah, so we're heading up there, and we're going to be doing a ORCKA Moving Water 1 certification on that trip. with a moving water instructor, because I myself am not a moving water instructor, just self-taught basically. So I'm going to be learning on that trip myself too. So that should be interesting. And then Tim and Thomas are coming as well. And yeah, it's going to be great. And we got Kale is coming as well. It was on the trip with us in Temagami this year.
Cool.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. It's going to be awesome. Question: how did you end up being an ORCKA instructor? Like how did?
Oh, that was kind of just like buddies with Greg. Been buddies with Greg for quite some time now, and he started offering the ORCKA courses. So I had a week off, just so happened to be the same week that he was running his instructor course last year, or this year actually, I should say. It's still this year. It's not yet 2026. Right. But yeah, so it would have been April of this year. I decided to take the course just because I was off that week, and as a lifelong paddler, I learned so much. And you think you know everything there is to know about paddling a canoe, and then you take a course that teaches you how to teach it to other people, and you realize that you know absolutely nothing. Not absolutely nothing, but you realize that you're doing a lot of things that are maybe poor form, and now you're improving yourself. And I've taught a few courses, and I've actually done a lot more instruction on trips than actual certification courses, because that's one of the things that we do when we are guiding people, is that we usually have someone that's an ORCKA instructor on that course guiding it, and they will basically coach the entire trip with people, and it's really worked out well that way, and it's just been a great experience teaching people for myself. So people are usually pretty appreciative of it, and they also didn't realize that they could make their paddling a lot more efficient than it might be. So, and efficiency is pretty key when you're doing a long canoe trip. Your wasted energy is energy you don't want to waste.
Yeah, especially and I really find I'm sure it applies to flat water, but I find it way more the white water. If you're not on your game, you get to the end of like a set of rapids and you're like, holy crap, I'm pooped, man.
Yeah, you can't really. There's no time to slow down in a set of rapids. You got to be focused the entire way down. As soon as you stop focusing, that's when you flip.
Yeah, it goes for crap. So you're talking about guiding. How did that all come to be? And I don't know. Tell me a couple of really cool trips.
Yeah, well, this was like the guiding for us was kind of this was our first year doing it, so it was kind of just a trial thing. We did a trip on the French River in the summer, went very well, and then we had 2 trips on the Spanish scheduled for last week of September, and then the one that you were supposed to go on, Tim. Luckily, the trip in September got to go on the train and got to do the Spanish, but unfortunately for us, we didn't. Yeah, whitewater's pretty new for me myself, actually. But once you start doing it, there's kind of no turning back. You don't really want to paddle flat water that much anymore, unless it's to get to whitewater. But, yeah, I've been canoe tripping for most of my life. I've been camping my whole life. Started getting into the backcountry in my early 20s, university type time. So going on 20-ish years now. Yeah, but started off like everybody else, Algonquin. That's pretty much what everybody cuts their teeth on. And then you kind of just move from there. So from Algonquin, it turns into Killarney, it turns into the big water on Georgian Bay, and then it's, what am I going to do next? And that's kind of like the progression into whitewater, basically. So now it's that, and it's getting further away from everything, because as you know, Algonquin's pretty busy, especially in the summertime. I don't personally like doing that. I like to be away from everything and not have a whole lot of people around me. So it's like you need to get further and further north, it seems, every year. So French River is a big one for me. I love the French. Greg's got a place up there, so we run a lot of trips kind of out of that area. Yeah, there's a nice whitewater stretch on the French as well. Most people tend to head down towards the Georgia Bay end of it, the Delta, the old Voyageurs Channel. But there's the South Channel, which is closer. It's kind of the midway point of the French between Nipissing and Georgian Bay. And there's the South Channel there in the 5 Mile Rapids section that is just breathtaking. And there's a lot of boat traffic on the French in some areas. And the rapids kind of prevent people from getting in there with boats so much. So it's a nice kind of oasis away from that. But yeah, that's me in a nutshell with tripping. It's all over the place. And I've made that progression in the whitewater now that's kind of what I'm seeking all the time when I go out.
Cool. Well, and I totally get the getting away from the boat traffic. I mean, some of them are, well, it's weird to be paddling and then have somebody in a 50 horse screaming past you. There's also maybe some that aren't pals. It's sort of like, it always reminds me of like skiers and snowboarders. They sometimes get along and sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
It's nice when they do get along, but there can be some, that's some big wake and stuff like that sometimes. And it's,
I've had a few experiences like that where you always have the motorboaters that are very friendly, very courteous when they're passing you. But I've been in places like Massasauga, for instance, trying to head out to Georgian Bay from Pete's Place, that launch there. And there's a very narrow channel there to get you out onto the bay. And the boat traffic just doesn't care there, it seems. They just rip right through there. They not a care in the world. And because it's so narrow, the waves just splash back and forth, and it's a nightmare. Same thing on the French River. There's a lot of spots there where people really aren't very courteous to paddlers, unfortunately. But
yeah, well,
there's good too.
There's good too. Yeah. So I was going to say that we had a couple, not terribly long after we put in at Temagami when we were doing that trip. We had a couple of super nice guys went by, slowed right down, said, which way you going? You don't want to go, like that campsite's crap if that's where you guys are planning to go, and they were totally took their wake into account and gave us lots of space and then went on about their business, which I thought was awesome. That was fantastic.
Yeah. There's definitely lots of good people out there doing that. It's just it's always that one that gives everybody a sour taste, right?
Yep. You do hiking as well. What kind of hiking do you get into?
I do a bit. I should do more. It's kind of like I don't like hiking in the summer. Can't stand it unless it's a portage, I guess. Even then, I try to avoid those, as you found out on the Temagami. But for me, it's like a fall, winter activity, early spring before the bugs come out. I don't like it when it gets too hot and too buggy to be out hiking. So for me, it's mostly Southern Ontario. That's where I'm located. So it's a lot of the Bruce Trail along the Niagara Escarpment. Do a lot of that. It's kind of a transition thing for me where we're not paddling. We're not going on trips right now, but try to keep active outside, right? So try to do a little bit of that. And I'd like to snowshoe, but the snow's just super unreliable here. I don't know what it's like up Toronto way right now, but we're just freezing rain, and that's it right now. No snow for us at all.
Yeah, we're the same. We got about 6 inches. Not yesterday, day before.
Boxing Day.
With some freezing rain mixed in. And then, yes, today we've got at least a couple of centimeters of freezing rain on top of that, and then pouring rain as well. So, just a lovely mix.
Yeah, it's no good for anything, right? So, I haven't been out for a hike in a few weeks now, just because the weather's been so unpredictable, and you don't want to go on that. But yeah, that's it for hiking for me. I have done I was in Iceland last year. So I did some hiking there, hiked a glacier. So that was an experience for sure. I got a buddy that lives in Iceland, so I got the local experience of hiking in Iceland. So that was pretty cool, hiking up on a glacier at 10 o'clock at night.
The land where there's no nighttime.
No nighttime.
Well, it was getting dark by the time we got down, but it was pretty bright for quite a long time while we were there. So yeah, but that's did that. Did a lot of hiking when I was younger in Scotland and stuff like that. Climbing the highest peak in Scotland, Ben Nevis. So yeah, a bit of hiking, but yeah, it's not really my big focus. It's
Is
just kind
it
of
just day trips you do hiking, or do you do?
yeah. So I was hoping when I was in Iceland to do a multi-day, but the weather was just so uncooperative that we didn't want to be caught out in the rain and the wind. And you're gonna listen to the locals when they say don't go hiking there. So
Good advice.
yeah, so we kind of just stuck to day trips on that trip. Yeah,
Well, I don't know. I would listen to the locals around here because they're just trying to keep you out of where they want to go.
yeah.
It's not about conditions.
Trying
and
to
stuff.
have it to
Yeah,
themselves.
exactly. Yeah. Have you ever done any, just completely out of curiosity, have you ever done any like, Crownland hiking where you hike in so you go to a fishing spot or something like that?
No, never done any of that. No. I've done Crown Land. So like, well, we were on the Temagami was a non-operating park. So I was typically essentially provincial park, just, you know, uh, almost Crown Land, let's call it.
Yep.
Um, I've done Crown Land on Georgian Bay, like Phillip Edward Island area. I know you guys were there this year. Um, One of my favorite places. I don't get there enough. So hoping to maybe get back this next year. But yeah, never done like the boondocking, drive in, hike in, Crownland camping. No, started out with a lot of Algonquin campgrounds when I was a kid, so it was like Pog Lake, Canis Bay. You know, started with my parents; they always took us in there, and they weren't big backcountry campers, so it was always just front country. And then it was me that kind of took it to the next level, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I think that kind of plays out for the majority of us.
Yeah.
Certainly here in Southern Ontario. Um, Thomas and I, where the heck we're coming back from? I think we're coming back from a French River trip, and there was a massive accident. The backup was going to be like 3 extra hours to the trip, according to the Google Eat or whatever. So the kid has he downloads Google Maps, so he's got them whether he's got signal or not,
Okay.
and on them it has like logging roads and stuff. So we boogied off in the wrong, in what I would assume the wrong direction, but it wasn't, and ended up going down logging roads and stuff. And we found a whole bunch of very cool crown land, and exactly that dockers, like they just veered off somewhere where somebody had cut some trees down,
Yeah.
4x4s and whatnot, dragged it in there, and were parked there for who knows how long. And you could see water beyond them, sort of deal. I thought, hey, that's a pretty cool thing because it's not money out of your pocket and stuff like that. So
Yeah. It's like a whole other area of camping, right? So you got your backcountry campers, you got your front country campers, and then you got your overlanders essentially, right? And
yep.
that's an expensive hobby.
Well, to buy the trailer and
Oh
the
man.
4x4 and all that sort of jazz,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. I got some buddies that are into it, and yeah, it can get pretty pricey for sure. Yeah.
And they seem to have like an extra trailer that they've got 4x4s on, or like their little
Yeah.
ATVs or whatever.
Yeah. Or side by sides or any of
Yeah.
that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Looks fun, but wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of gas too, I'm sure. Fishing. How often do you get out? What is your favorite fish to fish for?
I literally only get out when I go on trips.
Okay.
I'm not much of a fish every weekend kind of guy, right? It's almost strictly while I'm on a canoe trip, and I am a terrible fisherman. Ask anybody that goes camping with me. Yeah, I love fishing. I do enjoy it. I just never. I'm not one to troll an entire trip, so I'm probably not going to catch much. I might cast a bit at offshore when camp is set up, but that's it for me really. As far as species, like I love catching walleye. Any kind of trout species is always cool to catch. I just never have much luck.
Yeah.
I let the other guys handle that. Like Jeremy there on our trip, he is put a fishing rod in that guy's hand and he'll just go forever, and then goes.
That was pretty crazy. It was just
Yeah.
like cast fish,
Yeah.
cast fish.
And then I don't know if Pam heard the story, but he decided we were set up at camp, and he told us, okay, guys, I'm going to go out fishing. If I'm not back by dark, don't worry about me. I'll be there. I'll be back. And he came back after dark, and he had a half dozen fish with him.
Yep.
Just started cleaning them, and away we go. Eat some breakfast the next day. And yeah, that's Jeremy. He's the fisherman. He's the guy to talk to about that stuff.
And I don't know what the trick is. Like, even if Tim and I both go out fishing, he'll catch, even though they may not be something we can keep.
Keepers, yeah.
But he'll still catch them, and I won't get a bite even.
I don't know. Jeremy's were all like great sized, perfect sized fish. It's like that. So I don't know if that means he threw 8 of them back that weren't the perfect size, but it was, I don't know. And yeah, when we were in Temagami, you were fly fishing. That's got to be pretty cool. I've never.
Yeah, so that was another one of those hobbies that I picked up and then kind of just let slide. Fly fishing is just insanely expensive. Now, the reason that I had a fly rod on that trip and not my spinning rod is because my spinning rod is at the bottom of the French River.
Oh.
I took my kids up on the French in September, and we were just for an overnighter. We were on the North Channel, and we were just camped out by Ouellette Rapids. And my daughter wanted to go down the rapids, and I didn't have a problem with that. And we had all our gear, we had our helmets, we had everything with us. So we were set up to go through whitewater if we wanted to. And I wasn't expecting to tip over because I only brought one change of clothing with me because it was just an overnighter. And we ended up going for a bit of a swim. So I had my daughter in one hand, I had my paddle in the other, trying to hold onto the boat as well, and then reaching for my tackle box with my paddle. Managed to get that, but luckily it floated, but my fishing rod did not. So that's why I had my fly rod on that trip, because I don't have a spinning rod right now. Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, fly fishing is pretty cool. It's a fun thing to teach yourself. And, I've had some success with it, but it is interesting, especially when you're fishing around rapids and stuff. It's kind of conducive to it, right? So it's nice.
Yeah, it looks like a river thing. I mean, I've watched, people like Henry Winkler is a lunatic for fly fishing. He's an absolute just junkie for it. And I've watched some, like friends that have been out with him filming him, and he would just do it for hours and hours and hours and work on it, perfecting that. Got landed in the same spot 14 times.
Yeah, it's one of those things you enjoy it, even if you're not catching fish. That's kind of what I found with it. It was just practicing your cast, getting that perfection down, making it do what you want it to. And if you catch something, that's just a bonus, really. Yeah.
Cool. Where does Thunderbox Diaries come from?
Honestly, I kind of had the idea that I wanted to start a website, but never started a website. So it was supposed to be Thunderbox Diaries, and I was going to tell stories, and that was the diary, essentially, basically. And I'm a bit of a smart ass, and I thought naming something after the box that you used to go to the washroom on was a cheeky name. So yeah, cheeky name. But yeah, that was kind of it. So I never did a website. I'm kind of lazy in that sense. I always have these great ideas to do this, and you never really have the time, and just keeping up with Instagram itself is a challenge. And you guys know with podcasts that, it's a lot of work that goes into it that people don't see. So, but on Instagram, I kind of try to tell a story with all in my captions. So it's still kind of a diary in a sense, I guess.
Well, I think it's awesome. I remember reading, I'm sure it was an Instagram post or something. And then I saw the Thunderbox Diaries, and I went, "Oh, that's awesome! That is the perfect thing, man."
I've heard a lot of people say that.
Because people know automatically it's backcountry because that's where the Thunderboxes are.
Yeah.
And then, diaries. So telling your stories.
Yeah.
We like to tell stories.
Yeah.
And I'll also have to say to anybody who's watching or listening, go check Bill out. He is good at storytelling in pictures. Like he's a natural for it. So, and they're always good pictures. There you go. So, how do you, I know I've seen some food that's come with you on trips. I'm pretty sure there was a Flextail light. You have partnerships maybe with some companies. How does that?
Yeah.
How does that work out?
Yeah, so I've been getting into a few brand partnerships. Flextail is one of them. So they reached out to me about doing some stuff, and so they've been there. The other one that I've been working with lately is Wanderlust Kitchen. They were on with you guys recently.
Yeah, friends.
So we've got a little partnership going on there, and they're great. I love their meals. Nothing like I've made that type of stuff for myself before for trips. Not as good, but like it's a great meal. It's got flavor, and like I was never a big freeze dry dehydrated meal guy, because prepackaged. I'm saying. Because they were terrible growing up. Like it was bland, or it was too salty or overspiced or just unappetizing. And the companies that are coming out right now are just awesome, and local too, like Ontario. We got ones coming from so Wanderlust Kitchen's one. The other one I just started working with, haven't put anything else out yet, is Sly Foods. They are located in Quebec. We had one on our trip, Tim. I don't know if you got a chance to try it out.
I don't think so.
But they also have amazing meals, and I was shocked at how good they were. So I'm probably going to do a lot more of that this year versus making my own stuff. And then I have another opportunity coming up that's going to present itself, the Hamilton Adventure Expo. I am working on a partnership with Ostrom Outdoors. You saw my table, Tim. So we're going to be, me and Bill Ostrom are working on a collaboration right now, and it should be ready for the Hamilton show. So we'll be unveiling it there. Yeah.
Yeah, we had him on a year ago, maybe something like that.
Just
maybe more than that.
Yeah.
Very cool dude. Very cool dude.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love his. He comes from this is how I want it to be on my back kind of a guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, we've been talking back and forth. We've been shooting ideas, names. We are in prototyping phase right now with it. So, but we should have something out for the Hamilton show. So come and visit us at the organic boat shop booth, and there might be a little surprise there.
I have a feeling that we're going to be running around with microphones and cameras for like the entire weekend. The organizers of the show have given us a booth, donated us a booth to sit and do podcast stuff. Except I'm not so sure how often I'll actually be there. I think I'm going to be going around checking stuff out. We'll see.
Well, there's so many great vendors there. Like
great vendors, great presenters, everything, man. I'm so looking forward to that.
Yeah. I'll be doing my before the doors open, running around and saying hi to everybody and putting some money down on some gadgets, I guess. Spend some Christmas money.
Yes. I have already spent all my Christmas money. Awesome. Looking forward to seeing you there, dude.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure. We'll all be running around. I think it's going to be great. All right, cool.
It'll be fun. All right, that's it for us for today. Thank you so much to Bill Wilkie from Thunderbox Diaries. Find him on Instagram. You can also, he's got YouTube and TikTok, but primarily Instagram, and look for Thunderbox Diaries. And you can also meet him at the Hamilton Adventure Expo at the end of January 2026. And we'll be there too. And he'll be at the Organic Boat Shop booth. And for us, that's it for us. Well, if you want to talk to us, we are at hi@supergoodcamping.com. That's hi@supergoodcamping.com. And we're on all the social media. Please like, follow, subscribe, share, and all of the good things. And we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.